Hi guys, and welcome back to City Skylines 2 Exiles episode 6. So straight away I'm noticing that we're having some problems with traffic, so let's see what we can do about that. And of course they're stuck underground, which if I was one of them that would give me mad claustrophobia, so I am feeling for them. Even back in the old city they're seeming to have the same sort of issues. So just bear with me while I relearn how to disable traffic lights. So after a whole minute and a half I figured out that it's right click on the mouse. You know, I always thought I was actually pretty good at games until I started this editing, and I realised that I'm definitely not the brightest bulb in the shed, or best tool in the shed, or however you say it. Right, we're taking a break from trying to fix the traffic and we're doing something simple that will stroke my ego a bit, and we're just going to make the red bits green in the mail service because that's satisfying and simple. What a lovely sound. Okay, so rather than just probably putting in a roundabout at that intersection, I think I'm going to build a train station and build a new way in to the island for the pedestrians, because, you know, if they're taking trains into the city, they are less likely to drive in. And to start that, we need a train depot. So let's begin by making a new hexagon island where we're going to put our train depot and hope that the train depot will fit in there. Also being able to bring the train line underground, all within this hexagon island. So wish me luck. And of course, since we're building out the new roads, the game has decided to flood the island, which stops me from laying any roads down. So I think we're just going to have to wait that out and hope that it clears up before I can build any more roads. Now that it's finally cleared up, we can start building the outline for the hexagon. Way. So in a previous episode I did unlock the train milestone so that I could delete some tracks to get it all level, so we don't have to do that. Now I'm seeing lots of red, so I think I'm going to build myself a little police station and fix all of that. Here we go. And then go ahead and get ourselves a nice little fire station to make it all green. Yay! And yes, we are struggling with healthcare in some parts of the island, but you know, that's where the quarries are, and if you injure yourself in a quarry, then you know you know what you're taking on when you take the job, and that's why you get paid so much. So stick that in your pipe and smoke it. Right, it's time we get that train depot in. It seems it does fit pretty nicely. Whether we can get the tracks underground is next to be known. That's where it needs to go to, so it's just fixing it to that point. Right, as you know, this is my first time playing City Skylines 2, so this is also my first time setting up a train depot, let alone setting one up with the roads going under all of the islands and under the water. Very ambitious of me, I know. So any person with half a brain would have realised that they would probably need more room to get it underground and under the water. So we are going to move it back a bit and hope that in the future we don't need the other side. which I'm sure I will eat my words in a later episode, but there you go. I'll probably forget that about all of this, and I'll be like, why did I move it back here anyway? Alright, it's a mess, yep, I can see that, but it's in there, and that's the important thing. So now that it's in there and we've proved it's possible, let's set up a actual train station for them to get the train depots to the train station and out again, so that we can finally get pedestrians in, and it's all going to be so worth it. So my thinking is to get the train station on the geothermal plant island, just because it's the furthest away from the motorway in, with space to actually put a train station in. So yeah, that'll do. Now I'm just realising that I'm probably going to need to make these double tracks, because you know, they need to come back to the train depot and go to you know, the train station and out again, and it's just going to be a lot more simple if we can have, you know, at least 2 tracks running at the same time, 2 trains. But unfortunately you can't replace things underwater, so we'll be doing it all over again. Well, hey. Right, now that we've got the main line in, let's try attaching the train station underground to the line that already exists. Whilst doing that, I noticed that we had some issues with garbage, so let's take a well-deserved break and add some more garbage in here, in the form of a recycling centre, because, you know, we're so green. I am now noticing that we are losing money at an alarming rate, so that's something I should definitely be concerned about. Can we just take a moment to appreciate how far we've come and what we've built? Yes, it's not perfect, but it's definitely something. So I'm really not happy with this train line. I feel like, I mean, I don't know for sure, but I feel like each way in and out of the train station should connect to the train depot and to outside, which means it needs 2 lanes, because you can't just have a T-junction. As you can see, both lanes just attached to the train depot. So I think I'm going to redo it and make sure that both sides connect to, you know, the train depot and outside. We're struggling, but we're doing it. That's what's important. Nothing worth having comes easy, ladies and gentlemen. Why won't it work? Alright, don't ask me how, but it's up there. And of course, every train station needs at least a taxi depot. Forget doing bus stations right now. I'm at the end of my tether. I'm noticing a bit of a problem here. I'm losing money, and I am creating more services which cost money, which isn't a wise idea. Service trade is capped at $1 million, and I don't think I can change that unless I get myself to a new city, which would cost a lot of tiles. So yeah, I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do about this, and whether access to a new city would even change that cap. But I do have one solution to earning more money, and that is to fill in all the demand that we have, because more businesses and more people equals more tax equals more money for us. Now we're back to my favourite part of the game, and that's turning the red green. This time it's parks, and I don't think we have any parks on the Hexagon Islands. And my logic is more parks equals more happy residents, equals more residents coming, equals more demand, equals more money. Yeah. And as you can see, we're back in the green. I'm a genius. So I think my next port of call is to create a cotton farm. We do have cotton coming in, but that's from the old city, and the sooner we can get rid of the old city, the sooner we can start creating more islands where the old city was. So let's get doing the cotton. Lovely. Now just a quick look at the old charts, and there is definitely room for improvement. Yeah, definitely. I want to see no red and all green on those bars to the top. Right, it seems that our train is working. We have a few passengers, so that makes me pleased. It wasn't a waste of about 3 hours of my life. So yeah, we can see why traffic is giving us -2 happiness. So let's see if we can't do something about that. Success, but at what cost? So already traffic is climbing on our new roads, so let's see what we can do. Oh god, what happened there? Jesus. Right, I think there's only one solution, and that's roundabouts. If in doubt, build roundabouts. Well, hey, I'm a poet and I didn't know it. Since I built the new intersection, I cut off one of the ways into the Hexagon Islands, so let's just build that up again with the nice big roads, and hopefully that will maintain a bit of traffic. And we're coming up to the 15-minute mark, so I think I'm going to leave it there. If you made it this far, congratulations. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time on Hexiles.